know what? Things all changed for me about 10 years ago. Things were going good. I was hosting at Morongo, at the Grove, at Universal City Walk. I was making a lot of money. And then I had a stroke.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it really threw me for a loop. My immune system was attacking itself. And if you look at my hands, I say I have the ugliest hands in radio. My fingers and my joints, they started disintegrating.
I see.
And, it's my hands. And then it became a hip, had to be replaced, and another hip that had to be replaced, and then it was just, I thought I was gone. I thought I was going to be gone. And then, so I'm thinking, how am I going to just retire? Or do I have something left to say? So, you know what? When I felt compelled to go on that Rick Dees trip, I did it because Rick's going to be there. I'm going to meet somebody. I'm going to try and do it. And you know what? So I was laying there and I was like in the hospital bed going, how can I possibly come back from this? And so I was watching these tour companies. I've been watching them for years. I mean, you can take your life into your own hands by going into some of those vans. Mm-hmm. It's just really sketchy. Mm-hmm. And I even took a job at Starline Tours for 2 or 3 years to learn that business. Mm-hmm. It was a paid internship. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, I'm patient like a hunter. So I did that. I did their Malibu Stars home tour. I did the Turner Classic Movie Locations Tour, and I did the Hollywood Stars Homes Tour. And I got that. I got enough out that. And then I really wanted to launch this Film Freak Movie Locations Tour, and then COVID hit. Put it on the cooler for another couple years, kind of refined some of the ideas. I had my script. I would drive around Hollywood in my car, and I would figure out the best route. I figured out the route. And it's really this tour, the movie locations tour, the Film Freak Movie Locations Tour. It's not about Beverly Hills and it's not about the movie stars' homes. It's about movie locations. Mm-hmm. So if you love movies, then you're going to have a great time. And it's a 2-hour tour. And you know what? I feel blessed because God has let me do that, because I said, if I ever get out of this chair or this hospital, I mean, one time I had a blood disease, TTP. I have no idea what that is, but it gets inside 14 people out of every million.
Wow.
And so I sat in that UCLA hospital for 29 days. I wasn't hurt. I wasn't doubled over in pain. I'll just let the minds at UCLA figure out what it is. And they did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my blood's all cool now. And I just learned how fragile life is. Mm-hmm. And, Paul Stanley from Kiss, he's the guy with the star over his eye.
Yeah. Yep.
He's a very inspiring person to me. And you heard the liner on the tour in front of the Rock.
Oh yes,
yeah, in front of the Rock and Roll Hotel.
I love that quote.
Yeah. So, anyways, he was born without a right ear.
Wow, he was?
Yeah, he's deaf on the right side, and he had a big lump in his ear when Kiss was really huge, and then they got big, and then he got plastic surgery and made it smaller, but he's been a constant inspiration to me. And 6 weeks after my stroke, I interviewed him. Wow. And I rehearsed the questions I took over 200 speech therapy classes. They hook the electrodes up and they go like this. Mm-hmm. They go, yeah, that's a 4. Yeah. I go, put it on 10. And that just really, I said, you know what? I make my living talking to people, enunciating. I've got to get back. Yeah. And I still have a little trouble with it. I think I'll always be about 90% of what I was, but I'll take it, so
Yeah.
I can sit in a van. I can hold the microphone for 2 hours and I can do it just like I did my radio show for 2 hours.
Yeah,
and I can
yeah.
do it 3 hours a day. And I'm out there in the summer, 9 a.m., 12 noon, 3 p.m. We have a great time. And I figured that would be my third act. Getting to do that.
Yeah.
It's a great third act because, I mean, you know the business very well. You know Hollywood very well. And you love both radio and film.
Yeah.
It's kind of the culture of Los Angeles. The
And you
radio,
get to meet
film.
great people.
That is true.
Yeah, and when you're on the air this weekend, please feel free to give passes away.
Oh my gosh.
Tell your promotions
Heck yeah.
people. Tell your promotions department. Yeah. You know what? Leo said anybody that wants to go.
I
Yeah.
would love that. That's a great idea. Thanks for that, man. I appreciate that.
I mean,
wow, that's a great
everyone
because
loves to go to Hollywood.
Yeah.
I love to give the people the Hollywood that they dreamt about.
Yeah.
And here we go. This one's, check this out. Right there. There it is. That is the Film Freak Movie Locations Tour VIP pass. So moms from Michigan are getting these. And how many, do they get?
Wow.
So I've partnered with
cool.
Pink's Hot Dogs.
Yeah.
I've got mine.
And
cool.
if anyone wants to go see Harry Potter and the Cursed Child at the Pantages Theater, just go on BroadwayandHollywood.com/filmfreak. And Phantom tickets are going to be coming up there pretty soon. I think March 7th.
Oh, nice.
When you had your stroke, like, is it like a sudden thing that just happens, or is it like a gradual, what exactly is a stroke? I mean,
that's a good question. I felt something in my eye on one of my long drives back to Santa Monica from Morongo Casino. I go, something's weird with my eye. But then 2 days later, I had the stroke. I mean, we were getting ready to go to Hawaii in 2 days. And I said, I'll be okay. No, you won't be okay. Now that you're around 35 years old, start taking a Bare Children's aspirin every day. Okay. That will greatly reduce you getting a stroke. And it's no big deal. Pop it in.
Yeah.
Baby aspirin. Yeah, the real small dose.
If my girlfriend or my wife for 34 years, Holly, the love of my life, if she wasn't present, if she was staying at her place in Orange County and I was by myself, I wouldn't be sitting here today. I would be, with that crinkled arm thing.
Yeah.
Like my arm is just 50%. It's just the way it is. I can't play softball anymore. I can't run anymore. Who cares? Right. I'm alive.
You're alive.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
So, what is the stroke? They can't find out what it was, but what they think one of the symptoms might have been. I never drank coffee. I never smoked a cigarette. I never got high. I never did cocaine. I was a straight guy. Tequila, weakness.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's going to hate this. Monster Energy drink.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was all over Monster when it came out. And I was up to about 4 or 5 a week. In fact, I lived where I live now on the beach in Santa Monica. I lived 2 houses down when I first got there. When I turned 40, I said, I want to look at the beach every day. I can't do that living here in Glendora. So I sold my house and I got an apartment on the beach in Santa Monica. And if you open up my refrigerator, Michelle, on the bottom, you're going to see nothing but Monsters. You're going to open the freezer, nothing but Patron bottles.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then Casamigos, they sponsored me for a while and it almost killed me. So they say that Monster Energy drink might have been one of the factors.